Someone who has strong views on many subjects, including the colour problem, is Lord Altrincham. And I believe you're completely in favour of mixed marriages, in spite of all the obvious disadvantages.
Yes, I am. You're quite right, I am. I'm not married myself. I haven't contracted a marriage, mixed or otherwise, so I can't speak from personal experience. But I'm sure that I would never be prejudiced on grounds of colour when it came to marrying. I can't imagine being prejudiced on that ground. It seems to me quite ridiculous that anybody should be.
But you might not be, but perhaps your friends would, and your neighbours, and people who would influence your children.
Well, that's the whole trouble, isn't it? I mean, it's this social atmosphere against mixed marriages which creates the problem. It's because people have got a complete bugbear in their minds, a completely unreal idea that mixed marriages are bad, that they create a climate in which it's difficult for children of mixed parentage.
Yes.
But if there weren't the atmosphere, then it would be perfectly normal, just like people with fair hair and dark hair intermarrying.
But at the moment, this atmosphere is so strong, one would hesitate to recommend a mixed marriage even to two people who are in love.
Yes. Well, if they're really in love, they won't need to have any recommendation.
No.
They'll actually do it. And the more people that do it, the quicker this beastly atmosphere will be removed.
Well, how do you think we can help remove it?
I think just those of us who believe in it say so as often as possible. And those of us who fall in love with coloured people get married as quickly as possible.
Now, do you think this atmosphere will change in 50 years or 100 years?
Certainly. I think it's changing now, and I think there's a very different atmosphere now from, say, before the war, what I remember. And I'm sure that within the next 50 years it'll have changed dramatically. In fact, it'll be quite normal. The idea of pure race is nonsense. There isn't such a thing as pure race. We're all the results of mixed marriage in the past. And that's why the human race is fairly exciting and fairly interesting. I was arriving in a British Crown colony the other day, and I was given a form to fill in which I was not only asked to state my nationality, which is perfectly reasonable, but also to state my race, which I objected to. But I put the only thing I could, the only accurate thing I could, which was human, and then in brackets, Indo-European subspecies, because that is in fact the accurate description of my race if you're going to talk about race at all.
Yes.
I'm the same race as the Indians.
Yes.
And I'm very proud to be.
It makes a mockery of the whole business.
It makes a mockery of the whole business, doesn't it, really?
Thank you very much for coming along.
Not at all.